Today we are eating some blueberry biscuits. They had a special, you get 6 for $3. And then I just have a plain bacon and cheese biscuit. So good. Oh my god. I know people think I eat dry cheat days. I do. But I just really like dry foods. Like, I love biscuits. And I mean, look how good these are. Look at that. I'm gonna show you a close up. Just look how like moist and beautiful that is. So good. Yeah, the berry biscuits are literally the most amazing thing in the whole world. Oh wow, so good. This isn't like a mukbang, so I feel like I'm really not supposed to talk too much, but I don't care. Ariana Grande just released her new album, and oh my god, obviously some songs are better than others, you know, but a few of the songs on there are really good. Her Dangerous Woman CD will always be her best CD. I'm sorry, guys watch this too, so I probably don't need to sit here and talk about Ariana Grande forever. Right. Oh my god, it's just so good. So good. So dry. The top has crunch to it. The middle is really soft and moist. And then the bottom has like a crunch to it again. So it's like perfect. Oh. So today, the only plans we have is to grocery shop. I don't know about you guys, but I love grocery shopping. It's one of my favorite things to do. Oh crap, I forgot to turn off the fan. I hope you guys can't hear that. I'm sorry if you can. I'll make sure I turn it off later. So good. So good. I mean, even this is really good. I'm gonna save the last piece because that's really sweet. And napkin. Oh. There's a singer named, I can't pronounce her last name. It's like Lauren Daigle. Sorry if I was really wrong. But she has like some really great Christian songs. Like, I'm a Christian, but I don't really care for Christian music. I like pop. But some of her songs are so good. And she went on a radio station and claims that she's not a Christian singer. All a real bug. And Taylor Swift used like country music to branch out to be a pop star. And that's fine, but to use like Christian music to branch out to be a pop star, because she auditioned for American Idol twice and they said no. I feel like that's just wrong. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just like being annoying. Oh well. Y'all, I'm so lame. I made 2 biscuits and I'm like full. Not full, but getting there. What time is it? Surprised my son's not awake yet. Another one. I'll probably only be able to have one more of these. I still gotta put more frosting on it. So good. Apparently they have like cinnamon ones too, but too much cinnamon is just not my thing, unfortunately. Oh, I keep dancing, I'm sorry. So annoying. I'm just excited. It tastes really good. I'm talking my mouth full again, I'm sorry. After this, I'm gonna have to go to the gym to work out. And then when we come back, I won't wash my face makeup off so that I don't look different. Oh, so today is February 8th and it is 9:20. I don't know if you can see all the way back there. So yeah, so I won't change my makeup. I'll add lashes though later if I go on a date tonight with my husband. Alright, so I'm gonna finish this bacon biscuit real quick. I love biscuits. Now, I've tried my fair share of frozen biscuits, and let me tell you, buy the ones that rise and cannot be cooked in the microwave, because those taste like these. Homemade and delicious. The ones that are already rose, have been rised, they don't taste as good. They taste baked. Alright guys, so meal number 1 is done. I can go ahead and tell you 5, 6, oh wait, 5, 10, 15. Alright, so that's 2,000 calories. Oh my god, I should do the 10,000 calorie challenge today. I already finished 2,000 calories. If I went ahead and ate the other 3 of these, I'd be at 4,500. And then if I have a really big lunch and dinner, but I'm not going to. Well, who knows? I might. So anyway, thank you guys for watching this part, and I'll see you when I eat again. Bye! Hey everybody, so I'm back. I went to the gym. Now I'm back home. My son is also joining the mukbang and making a huge mess. So I got a sub from Ingles, and I'm very excited to eat it. I'm really hungry. I wanted to do something like unhealthy for you guys, but I really wanted this sub. So we're going to eat this now. I don't know why I just have an accent. Buddy, you don't eat it too? So good. Ma? What do you think? Oh, here. There you go. So, for this part of the cheat day, we're going to talk about random like pet peeves. So good. Don't eat the jalapeno though. I think I fixed it or I made it worse. I really hope this isn't blurred. It made me really upset. Did you eat a jalapeno? You did. Uh-oh. Here, eat something sweet now. Here. You want water? Let me get you some water, okay? So, I was at the gym and I was doing hip thrusts, like free weight style. And this girl next to me was doing hip thrusts on the Smith machine. Now, first of all, if you've only ever done hip thrusts on the Smith machine, here, buddy, just one time, do it free weight. I get that like bossy ball thing, the half cut one, so it's flat on the ground but then a ball. I lay on that, I do free weight hip thrust, and that's the only way I can feel a burn, and the burn is so intense. And it's fine on a Smith machine, like you can grow a butt, but let me tell you, if you do it on like free weight, it is amazing. Anyway, so she's doing her thing, I'm doing my thing. And I needed the Smith machine because after I do my hip thrust, I like to do like lunges with the Smith machine. And so I'm waiting for her. She walks away and she leaves the bench in the Smith machine. Like under it, she leaves all the weights she had on the bars on the Smith machine. She just leaves a huge mess. Everything that she used, she just left behind. And I was like, oh, well, she's definitely going to come back, right? She never came back. So I waited 15 minutes for her, doing nothing basically. So she finally doesn't show back up after 15 minutes. So I'm like, okay, well, obviously she's not coming. And so I start doing my workout. But like, first of all, no one knows if you're done if you leave everything. Second of all, it's rude because I have to clean up your mess. And third of all, it's just weird. Like, you just make a huge mess and you just leave it? Like, what does your house look like? So that's one pet peeve. Another one, I'm sorry if my eyes are like foggy. Not foggy, like dark, shadowed. Anyway, so I hate when I like tie my shoe, like one shoe, and then the other one is like looser than the one I tied. And then I have to tie both of them. And I hate that. Wait, where are you trying to go? Goodbye? And then another big pet peeve of mine is when my husband acknowledges me talking to him. So I'll be like, hey, and he'll acknowledge that I said something. And then, oh man, here. And then after acknowledging that I spoke to him, you know, I continue on with my story or whatever's going on. And then he'll say, huh? What did you say? Are you good? No, thank you. So, I'll just be like, well, what'd you say? Sorry, I wasn't listening. So why'd you acknowledge that you were listening in the first place? Like, why'd you say you were listening? And my last pet peeve is when someone I'm with gets annoyed if I'm on my phone, but they're on their phone. I hate that. I think we should put our phones away, you know? There's always time where you should put your phone away, but don't tell me to put my phone away if you're gonna have your phone out. That doesn't make sense. What are you doing, babe? I hate the bites of the sub that have no like vegetables on them. It's just meat and bread. Only favorite part. Clap for mommy. Alright, so that's it for this brunch. Because it is, I forgot to tell you guys, 12:01. Let me get rid of all this. So 12:02 now. I don't know if you can tell. On February 8th. Same day. Not that it even matters. Like, if a cheat day video was on like 3 days in a row, I wouldn't care. I just want to watch people eat. But anyway. So yeah, I'll see you guys at the next meal. We're going to go on a walk and walk this off. Huh? Bye guys. Hey guys, welcome back. So, I'm here for another meal. It's 6:19. I meant to be here way earlier, but we went grocery shopping and we got our oil changed in our car. And so yeah, so now I'm here. And I have a carrot cake, zaxbys, and not that many french fries because I was eating them, sorry. And so yeah, and then we're today, during I guess this portion of the video, we're gonna talk about like weird experiences that I had at every single job I've ever had. So some of them are kind of crazy and some of them are not that crazy, but I'm gonna tell you about all of them. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so my first job was when I was, it was so good. So, I need my drink. My parents were actually friends with the owner. And he owned like a ton of them. Like, I think 20 or so. Oh, good luck. I'm sorry. And he told me I could work for a few hours a week. And so I started working for him. And it was an easy job, obviously. The weird, funny, crazy part is that I'd be scheduled to work like 2, max 3 days a week. So good. Here, I'll put it in perspective. So let's say that my schedule was Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'd go to work Monday. I'd go to work Wednesday. And then on Friday, it says name, I'll have to cut that out. So the owner would call and say, hey, Jalen can't come to work tonight. And the reason I couldn't go to work is because we would go to his house, me and my family, and I would babysit my little brother and his son in their huge mansion while our parents partied. So that's why I couldn't go to work. It was so fun. They had like 8 or 9 cars, and one of them was a convertible. I think it was a BMW, maybe. It was a convertible, something nice. And my friend was there with me one night, and he told us we could drive it. I didn't have my license, she did. And so she was scared to drive it because she didn't want to wreck his car. And I begged her, and finally she said yes, and we went to Sonic and got like the cherry limeades or whatever. Oh, welcome. And so that's basically the fun part of my first job. Now, I had 2 other jobs between this time, but I'll come back to those. But I ended up working at another Subway when I was 18. I'm like a mess. And I was behind the register. I was by myself. And a man came in with a computer. He told me he really needed money. And that he would pay me, or that he would sell it to me for $100. I didn't have $100. So I told him I was sorry. I don't have any money to give him. And he was like, well, I have kids, and like, you know, I really need this money, and it's almost Easter. I was like, I'm really sorry, I can't help you. And so he says, well, there's money in the register. And I was like, yeah, but I can't take that money out. And so he says, well, you can open it, can't you? I was like, no, I'm not allowed. And he said, I think it's best if you open it. And I reached under the counter and pretended to like push a button. Well, my thought wasn't pretending to push a button. I was actually reaching for the key to the register. But he thought that I somehow called somebody or was being like sneaky. And so he got scared, obviously. I called my boss, freaking out. He told me lock the front door, call 911, and wait for the cops. And so I said, okay. So we're gonna eat some of this cake now. And so I call 911 and he comes back. And he's like knocking on the door, but the door's locked, obviously, so he can't get in. And then he leaves again, and the cops come and I let them in. And like I had to write down a statement and everything. And then they found him. And they put him in the back of the cop car. And they pull him around to the front of the Subway, and they have me come out. And they have me identify him. They're like, is this the guy? And I was like, yeah, that's him. And he yelled at me and was like, F you. It was really scary. And so they took him away. But because he only insinuated that I should take the money out of the register, and never, he had a knife, but he never pulled out the knife. He never told me he had the knife. He never said like open the register and give me the money. And because he never like flat out said any of those things, I could have taken him to court like personally for scaring me, but the company couldn't really do anything about him. So he got I think like 10 months or whatever for breaking probation. He stole the computer he was trying to sell me from the library. It's like a laptop that he stole. So he got in trouble for theft. He was just a weird guy. I love carrot cake. It's so good. And this icing is cream cheese. Oh, look at that. It's so good. And so the job that I had right before that job, I was working at a bar. And if I could go back in time to this, when this happened, I would have told on him and got him in trouble. But I didn't think anyone would believe me. And I didn't feel like dealing with the whole situation. Oh, here, I'll do this so you guys can see. I'm sorry. Ooh. So good. And water. Hold on. Okay, so I used to, still kind of am, but only, I'm still kind of insecure, but I'm not the way I used to be. So I used to be kind of a little slutty, and because of that, because of the way I portrayed myself, people thought I really was, but I wasn't. If that makes sense. It was just an act for attention. And so I had a boss who, I mean, he was normal. Like, I had no idea like that anything weird would ever happen with him. And he, I think at the time was like 55 maybe, had a girlfriend who was always at the restaurant, always there. And if anyone who I worked with watches this, then they'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So whatever. So one day, my boss asked me to do a catering event with him. And he asked one other girl too. And I was like, heck yeah, because you literally just pour wine for the people there for free for like 2 hours, and like you set up and take it all down and clean. But you get like $200 for it, and then you get like a tip from whatever you catered for, because they'll tip you. So you end up with like $300 or $400, which is great and fast money, you know? And you don't have to deal with a million different customers running around a restaurant. All you're doing is pouring wine. And on the way there, in the van that we drove, was my boss, another girl, and me. Everything's fine. We all just ride to the event. We cater the event. Everything's cool, right? Well, my friend that was also working there, after we cater, she had her friend come and get her. So like, cause you can get off work at that time, like your shift is over. You don't have to go back to the restaurant, you can go home. So I should have had my mom pick me up from here, but I was like, well, the restaurant's 15 minutes away. I can ride back with him and get my car. That's what I'm gonna do. So we load everything up. The other girl gets in her car. And then we're driving down the road, and everything seems, you know, fine. Oh, I gotta text my husband back. Okay, so we get to, it was either like right before we got there or right when we pulled in, and he said that he heard that I made money off of like Snapchat and stuff. So if you don't know about that, I have a whole story time about how I made money off of Snapchat, so you can watch that if you want to. I'll link it in the description. And so he asked me if I would ever, or if I had ever let someone pay me in person. And I told him no. And then he said, well, hypothetically, if I were to ask, how much would you charge me? And I said, what do you mean? Because at first I genuinely, I can't talk, didn't know what he meant by that. I was stupid when I was 18. Oh, that's another great story I should tell one day. And so, after a few minutes, or I guess seconds, I realized like what he meant, and I was just like, no, like I wouldn't do that, I'm sorry, and you have a girlfriend, and you're my 6-year-old boss. And he was like, well, I was just kidding, it's just hypothetical, I'm just talking to you. So I was just like, oh, haha, like, okay, well, I wouldn't do that, so. And so we get out the van. We go back in the restaurant. And, like, he was just really rude to me after that. He would complain if I ever wore, like, skinny jeans or shorts to work when all the other girls did the same thing. If I ever came by when it wasn't my shift to, like, hang out with people, which everyone did, he'd be like, why are you always here? Soon after that, he found any excuse he could to fire me. And so he fired me. Well, he didn't fire me. Let me rephrase. I checked the schedule for the next week and I was taken off the schedule. My name wasn't on the schedule. And I texted him and asked him, like, hey, like, is there a mistake? Like, why don't I have any shifts? And then he was just like, when you are ready to do the right things and to work, you can have your job back. Yeah, so. Absolutely disgusting. And I told one girl that worked there about it and she didn't believe me. And so after she didn't believe me, I was like, well, I'm not going to tell anybody else. Everyone's going to think I'm making it up because I got fired. It's just kind of scary because, like, there's people out there who are worse than him and who would put an 18-year-old girl in that position. She's old enough that if he does do anything to you and you tattle on him and say, oh, he raped me, then he can say, well, she's 18, she consented. Like, I didn't rape her. I might have cheated on my girlfriend, but it wasn't rape. Like, scum. So many evil people out there. It's insane. Let me know if you want to hear a story about the worst Tinder date of my entire life. I honestly thought he was going to murder me. Like, seriously. I was terrified. Terrified. It was the scariest thing that has ever happened to me. I'm going to eat the rest of the outside and then I'm going to be done. Let's see, has anything else weird happened to me at jobs? I'll just tell you about my favorite job real quick and then we'll be done. So, I used to work at this bar in Gainesville, Florida. And it was right across the street from the UF Stadium where the Gators play. And they would come in all the time, but that's not the cool part. The cool part is I was only like 19. And any time the Gators were playing with LSU, they if they scored a touchdown or whatever, everyone got to take a shot, even me at 19 years old. Ooh. It was so cool. There would be nights that I would be working like the 6th server shift, so like you're the last one to go because you come in the latest. And I'd get off work at like 3:30 in the morning, and I would just like sleep there, like literally just like sleep there, because I would have to work the next day at like 8 a.m. when they opened back up. And we would literally just like sit around and drink and party, and they let me drink there, which is crazy because I wasn't allowed to. There was like one bartender who really didn't want to give me any alcohol, but the owner really liked me because I made them a lot of money, and so they let me drink anyway. And I'm not promoting underage drinking. If you're underage, do not drink. Especially, okay, here's the thing though. You know how people are like, don't have sex. But then like, people are gonna have sex regardless of people saying that. If you are going to drink and you are underage, do not drive. I don't care if you drink. Do whatever makes you happy. You shouldn't, but if you do, you need to not be, like, do not drive. Give someone your keys and your phone too, probably. And don't drink too much. Like, between drinks, wait like at least 20 minutes just to know what it feels like. Because for me, that's the mistake I used to make when I was younger, is I didn't realize until, like, I always say I don't know I'm drunk until I stand up. So I'd have like 4 drinks and I'm a lightweight and never drink. And then I would stand up and all of a sudden, like, not literally collapse, but just realize like, oh my God, like I can barely walk. So just take your time, enjoy it, because I can tell you right now, alcohol is a poison, and sure, it's fun, it makes you feel good, but if you drink too much, you're gonna feel like crap, absolute crap. I can't even eat this bite, I'm so full. Alright, so that's it for this part. I might eat again later. If I do, it'll probably be healthy, because between the unhealthy foods, I like to have something healthy. I don't know how cheat day people don't do that. Like when I have like a cheat day, I have to eat healthy things in between, or like I die. Like I can't do it. I'm about to eat like a cut up tomato real quick. I'll do that off camera because that's boring. But anyway, stay tuned for the next part. And also, my channel has been growing a lot. I'm at almost 1,800 subscribers, and my watch time has gone like skyrocketed. Like literally, if you look at my old watch time, it's like and it kind of goes up sometimes, and then now it went all the way up here. I was like, whoa, which is cool. That means people are like staying more in tune to my videos. I'll be back later with some more food, hopefully. If not, then thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed all the foods. If you really like my cheat days, let me know, because I will do more. But if you prefer my mukbangs, let me know. Just let me know what you guys want. Story times, I don't care. I will do whatever you guys think you would like to see. So have a good night and bye.